Welcome back, Street Legion, and today we're reacting to the echoes of Aincrad trailer for Sword Art Online. I'll talk about why I like Sword Art Online at the end.
Aincrad is in danger. Equilibrium will be lost, and the resurrection of the god of...
So I don't know if y'all are smart or not, but what they're telling us right here is that there's character customization.
Attention players, I welcome you to my world.
Destroy the core of life and save this world, for if not, death will come for us all.
Right. I'm not gonna let you get away with this.
I'm not gonna lie, the more I'm looking at this, I be hyping myself up for certain games because I don't know exactly. This is a trailer. This is a teaser or like an announcement trailer, so I don't know how deep into this they're gonna get. Is this gonna be the same story like Kiriko? The fact that I just said Kiriko, I was playing Overwatch. My bad, bro. That Kirito was is this gonna be like his story as well? It just we're replacing Kirito, or are they're making like a new story to go along with this game and like try to fit it in? You know what I'm trying to say? Because if they are, it's gonna be lit. My friend told me that this was supposed to be a single player game. But I don't see why it would need to be a single player game. You know what I mean? I feel like this is like 100% supposed to be multiplayer.
All right.
Risky reality. So we have two sides of the same coin. Do I want to play this? Most definitely. I love me Sword Art Online Season 1. I like Season 1. I like Oscillation to an extent. To an extent. Once my guy goes into a coma, I really don't like the anime after that. Gun Gale Online was kind of like iffy. I was like, what's going on here? And like, does it matter? Like, we went from swords to guns. After Season 1, after he like completes the main thing, completes Aincrad, and he's like getting out, everybody's waking, it's kind of pissing me off because I feel like the continuation, the continuity of the series kind of ended after that. Like I didn't really feel connected to everything else that happened. I still watched Season 1, Gun Gale Online, Oscillation. I was watching the other season where they go into the other fairy tale land. He has a daughter, like the sprite daughter, or the little fairy daughter. You know what I'm talking about? I watched pretty much all of Sword Art Online. It's just like, was any of it as good as the first season? Not in my personal opinion. Not at fucking all. Oh my god, first season was peak. A lot of people don't like it. I don't know why a lot of people don't like Season 1. I can see if you said you don't like anything after Season 1, I'll give it to you, sure. But saying you don't like Season 1, you're actually weird. I'm sorry. Now, the other side of this coin is, do I want to risk my reality? They're basically telling us
here, play the game that traps niggas in the game.
Are you falling for that? I don't think I want to fall for that. Luckily, it's not coming with no VR. If this was a VR supported game, I would not play this game. If this was VR supported, you're not catching me near this game. But since I can just pop it in the console or pop it on the PC, we're good. Am I excited? Most definitely. I want more information on this game. So we obviously know you can customize a character. Normally with character customization comes some form of co-op. So I'm assuming we're getting some type of co-op or online game like Gun Gale Online. Now I did play Gun Gale Online. I had an Xbox a while ago, sitting over there collecting dust. I'm not dissing, I'm just saying. And I enjoyed Gun Gale. It was cool, but I would have still preferred something like this. Also have it being online. On my excitement scale, since we didn't see much, and I know I'm not trying to hype myself up for this game because I don't want to be disappointed, I'm gonna give it a 6.5. That's my hype scale. 6.5. Stay or play. I want to say play, right? But again, we haven't seen enough for me to give you 100% of play. We'll probably do another reaction video when gameplay, like real gameplay drops, or like some like story art, not story art, but like the story trailer drops or something like that. Yeah, excited. Bandai Namco. I heard y'all had a little leak and we might be getting Xenoverse 3. Lock in with me, tap in with me. You better put me on the list to get that shit exclusively first play. You know what I'm trying to say. Shoot me an email, Bandai. Shoot me an email. I'll reply instantaneously. Let me play Xenoverse 3. I've been waiting way too damn long. I done bought all the DLCs for Xenoverse 2. What are we doing? What are we doing? Y'all let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do y'all think this is going to be a multiplayer game? Do y'all think it's going to be a solo player game? Are you excited? And what is your favorite season of Fairy Tail? Why do I keep saying Fairy Tail? And what is your favorite season of Sword Art Online? I don't think YouTube's not seeing that. Only streams seeing that. Yeah, I'm cutting that out of the video. Psych! Preach. What is your favorite season of Sword Art Online? Might just call it Sword Art Online, but you know, the full shit. You know what I'm trying to say. Why y'all looking at me like I'm crazy? And don't forget to subscribe and like the video. And if you're on Twitch, don't forget to follow. Cause if you don't subscribe, what am I gonna do to you? Let's figure out a way I can torture you into subscribing today. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab you by your shoulders. Put one arm in a chain, another arm in another hanging chain. Grab your legs. Put those in a sitting position and attach those to chains over there to keep your legs in the sitting position. I'm gonna get the claw grabber. It's gonna spread your cheeks. I'm going to get an electrified powered on light bulb that's been on for a minute, so it's hot. Slide it up your, and then after we do that, it's gonna sit there and keep getting hotter and hotter and hotter, and to the point where it feels like there's a fire literally in your shit. At any point in time, you can end your suffering if you squeeze your cheeks, but the light bulb is gonna shatter, right? So, is that enough to make you subscribe or follow? No? I'll come up with something more torturous. Welcome back, Spirit Legion. I don't know if I combine this video with the last one, or if this is a separate video. I might combine these, not gonna lie. But we're gonna react to the gameplay for Sword Art Online Echoes of Aincrad. Aincrad? Yeah, Aincrad. Apparently it is a single player, sadly.
Sometimes you go in blind on a new game. That's how it was for me with Sword Art Online.
This shit looks grainy.
I'll be honest with y'all. I'm not a Sword Art Online guy. I haven't read the manga, seen the anime, theatrical films, or live-action adaptation, or played any of the games.
Why are you doing a review then, buddy? Why are you doing the review?
My only knowledge of Sword Art Online is that the characters are trapped in an MMO, and if you die in the game, you die in real life. Dun dun dun! That's a pretty compelling basis for a manga or an anime, but it's particularly interesting as a video game set in a video game. As it turns out, not knowing much about Sword Art Online made me the perfect guy to sit down with Echoes of Aincrad because, well, it's a little different from what's come before.
With me.
Right.
Before we dive into that, let's take a quick step back and establish a few things first. Aside from a short story section of the tutorial that we don't want to spoil, I didn't really see any of Echoes of Aincrad's story. Instead, my time with Aincrad was spent doing a quest called The Lost Log, but that doesn't mean I can't talk about some of the narrative decisions this single-player action RPG makes. Maybe the biggest departure for the series is that for the first time in its history, you're not going to play as a pre-existing character.
And that's my main driving factor. If I only played Kirito, I wouldn't be looking at this game right now. I would have dropped this the second I heard its name. But since I get to customize my character like in Gun Gale, you might have me. I don't like the fact that it's single player, but if the story's good, it's going on the channel, bro.
It's part of the story. Instead, you'll make your own. When I asked Sword Art Online game series producer Yosuke Futami why they made the switch, he told me there were a couple of reasons. First, most games in the series have been set in the middle of Sword Art Online's story, which required players to have at least some working knowledge of the series. Echoes of Aincrad doesn't, and Futami hopes that means it will be more approachable for folks who aren't already fans. Second, he's hoping that by putting the player into the game world as their own character, they'll be able to experience the story of being trapped in a death game themselves, not vicariously. Neat. Now! My journey started in the Town of Beginnings. I spent a little time running around, getting a feel for the place, and finding some elven statues that taught me some of Aincrad's lore. The Town of Beginnings feels like, well, a start.
I'm not trying to nitpick, so I was gonna ignore it. I don't like the running. I don't know. I don't think, is this game finished? They said. I'm nitpicking. Let me just not. Let me not.
MMO. It's got that dense yet artificial feel of a town in a video game, which pulls double duty in a.
What I will say is, I hate this. The quality of this video is like dog shit, and it's talking about some.
A video game set in a video game.
But back to what I was saying. I like this, but you know what it reminds me of as well? This doesn't remind me of Sword Art Online. This reminds me of is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? And now that I'm thinking about it, I think I would rather have a is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon game. Bandai Namco, work on that, please. Appreciate you. Because like I'm not pooping on this game, but if you're not gonna make this multiplayer or co-op, at least like 2-player, 4-player co-op, next, you know what I mean?
NPCs feeling like NPCs here is a feature, not a bug. The town also shows off how utterly gorgeous Echoes of Aincrad is. This is a good-looking video game, like, damn. After seeing the town, I teleported to a nearby terminal. You can teleport anytime you're in town, picked up a quest, and then teleported to my chest to change up my loadout and level up. You see, Echoes of Aincrad started me with a sword and board build, and I decided immediately that I would not be doing that because it just didn't feel like me. I opted for a great sword and some new gear instead, and spent my growth points to maximize what I wanted to do, meaning hit things with a big sword.
Okay.
One of the neat things Echoes of Aincrad does is rewards you for hitting certain milestones as you level up, generally once you hit 5-point increments. Getting my dex to 5, for instance, boosted my sword skill ability damage by 3%, while hitting 10 bumped that to 5.
Why is the dog barking? I'm about to go fry him and his soul.
I feel like individual levels don't do much to make you stronger, but every time I got a new level or hit a new milestone in my time with Echoes of Aincrad, I felt it. Something Futami confirmed was intentional when I asked him about it. And in Echoes of Aincrad, you can reset your parameters whenever you want. This isn't typical of Sword Art Online as a setting, but it makes Echoes of Aincrad more accessible to newcomers and encourages you to experiment with your build until you find something you like. If you ask me, that rules.
Goddamn. Now, low-key, the more I think about it, and hearing him talk about these stats, I'm interested, right? I want to know if I like you know how there's certain animes you go, oh, I maxed out my strength stat, and now I'm undestroyable. I want to know if I just max out strength, is there any downsides? If I only put points into one stat, is that valid? And I wanna know what weapon options we have. I hope he goes over that.
Kitted out good and proper, it was time to go out into the world. Echoes of Aincrad is set in an MMO, but it's a single-player game. When you go out, though, you're not alone. You can select a companion to go with you. I had my choice of 3. Iori, a healer, the tankier Wise Man, who operates in more of a utility/support role. I went with Wise Man. Once we were in the field, how we proceeded was up to us. The map would tell us where we needed to go, but I could only see some of it.
Hold on. What the fuck did he just do?
Healer, the tankier Wise Man, who operates in more of a utility/support role. I went with.
I can read for sure. I know I can read, but why did he just not ignore her?
Wise Man, who operates in more of a utility.
Twin Moon deals medium damage to a single time. Okay, so is she? Yeah, she's a scout. She's a what's the word? Like a rogue. That's all he had to say. Why did he skip her?
Utility/support role. I went with Wise Man. Tell us where we needed to go, but I could only see some of it. I'd have to unlock the rest as we traveled. Our first enemies were wolves, boars, and kobolds, all perfect for getting used to Echoes of Aincrad's combat system. A lot of what's here is stuff you've seen before. You've got a guard, light and heavy attack chains that you can alternate between on the fly, special attacks, and your partner's abilities.
How's this?
Iori's, for instance, create a circle that heals you if you stand in it.
Okay.
You'll also open up additional attacks if you dodge at the right time or manage to parry, as you do, and some of them are pretty cinematic. Fancy. What makes Echoes of Aincrad cool is how dangerous everything feels. Standard enemies can and will kill you if you're not paying attention, especially early on, and they're not exactly the forgive and forget.
What is that? Yeah, I was just about to say, what is that death screen like?
If you pick a fight with them, and they're all different. Kobolds will block your attack and retreat and try to blind you. If they do, the screen darkens and is filled with static. It's a great effect that does exactly what it says, makes it a lot harder to see.
Oh, that is insane.
Wolves, on the other hand, are nimble and aggressive and travel in packs. Boars are bruisers that you probably don't want to go toe-to-toe with directly. And there are weird plants that attack from range with vines and can burrow under the ground. And that's not even getting to the elite enemies, which are bigger, faster, and stronger and come with additional attacks. By far the worst, though, were the wasps. They fly, they shoot poison, they hit pretty hard. Them boys is tough. So much so that I felt like San Andreas' CJ whenever I saw one. Ah, shit.
Here we go again.
Futami knows it too. When I asked him about the enemies and specifically mentioned the wasps, he nodded and said, "Ah, wasp," in English. The rest of our interview was conducted via translator. Those are the words of a man who knows what he's doing, what horrors he has unleashed on his digital world. But even then, there are ways to deal with enemies. They can be stunned, opening them up to big damage. In the case of the wasps, I could knock them out of the air, which is where they're strongest. If I stun them, I could chop off their wings, preventing them from taking to the air.
Oh, okay. Now you talking.
What enemy I went up against, or how many times I saw them, it was always scary when a fight drew the attention of more baddies, and exhilarating when I landed a big hit, nailed a dodge attack, or timed a team-up attack just so. The world was just as intriguing. In most RPGs, the worlds are something you navigate between combat encounters, but in Echoes of Aincrad, getting around is half the battle. Futami told me that they wanted the world itself to be like a dungeon, and I felt it when I was playing. Much of the time, I was figuring out how to get where I wanted to be from where I was, and what paths I'd need to take to get from one floating orb, which serves as places to rest and restore your potions, but also respawn enemies, to another, finding chests along the way. By far my favorite thing about the world was finding arcs. Defeating the mini-boss enemies sealed inside the arcs will open up other seals scattered throughout the world, allowing you to get chests and other goodies. One time, I opened up a cave, but it was too dark for me to see what was inside. Apparently, I didn't have the right equipment to light the way. I guess I needed the Pokemon with flashes.
Oh, that's hard. That's hard.
Annoying, but I love navigating Echoes of Aincrad's world so much that it just made me want to come back later. There's so much detail here, and even walking through the mud is exciting because it would show up on my...
The real question is, can you still do it if it's, even though it's dark? Can you still walk and just try your best to beat that area? Because you know you got the insane players who are like, I don't need to see to beat your ass. I'm not one of them, but there are players out there like that. And like I said, looking at this makes me want I already want Xenoverse 3. But now I want Shangri-La Frontier, MMO, please. Customize your own character, please. Very vast open world, please. I wouldn't be mad at this art style. I want like different run styles though, because I don't like this run style. Or what's it called? Is it wrong to pick up girls in the dungeon game? MMO, make your own character. Just saying, those two games will go stupid, dummy, crazy.
Characters, something Futami said the team put a lot of effort into, and you really get a sense of that as you play. Searching for the lost log usually meant making the trip in chunks, fighting my way to the next orb, then going back to town to level up, equip new armor and weapons, and upgrade and slap new abilities on them, which sadly I can't show. Switch out my companions, I liked them all, but Iori quickly became my go-to because of her healing prowess, and so on. Each trip to the wild was an expedition, and I loved an excuse to try out new weapons and partner characters, which returning to the city provided. My demo ended with a boss fight against a couple of big, scary plants. It was a grand old time, and a fitting end to my time with Echoes of Aincrad. I came, I saw, I conquered, recovered the lost log, and left many a dead wasp in my wake. I'm still thinking about Echoes of Aincrad more than a week after playing it, about its world, about the characters, about the wasps. Even the metatextual stuff is fun. Remember Iori? She appears as a woman when I met her, but early on Iori is a man, and Futami is eager to see what players make of that change.
Bro, what do you mean? What does that mean? What are we doing, bro? What does that mean? Please, let me hear that again. I think I heard that wrong.
Tool stuff is fun. Remember Iori? She appears as a woman when I met her, but early on Iori is a man, and Futami is eager to see what players make of that change.
Nigga, is that a conspiracy theory, or like, what are we talking about?
Particularly fitting for a video game. After all, who amongst us hasn't played as a member of the opposite sex while exploring a fantasy world? If Echoes of Aincrad...
Oh, I keep forgetting. This is a game. So basically, No, bro. Obviously, okay. I figured it out. So once he said that, I figured it out. You remember in the anime? That's why, because this nigga didn't watch the anime. He just pissed me off. If he had watched the show, he would have understood. Basically, I'm sure we're gonna hop in the game, and he's gonna appear as a guy at first because the nigga made a guy character. I mean, well, the woman made a guy character, right? And then as they got pushed into the game permanently, it swapped all their characters to make them look like them in real life. So unless you look like yourself in real life, your character got swapped. If you were a female, it swapped you to. If you were a female in the game and you're a guy in real life, it swapped you to a guy and it made you look like you. So obviously she was a guy in the game, and then she was a female in real life. And when they got trapped in there, it just made her female. Like, it made her character what she is in real life. Nigga, if you had watched the show, you could have, like, I would not have been confused. You could have explained that 10 times better.
What it's aiming for, it should be a chance for seasoned vets and newcomers alike to get into the Sword Art Online world. Me, I just want to go back to that cave. Next time, I'll make sure to bring a light.
Next time, watch the show. You just confused the shit out of me. Oh my god, bro. His review wasn't bad. I think it would have been better if he knew more about the game so he could reference stuff, or when he sees certain, like, he could point out more stuff that would make more like fans and more people want to get it. But he did have a what's the word? An advantage in terms of unbiasedness, because from his perspective is the perspective of somebody that's new to the series in general playing the game, which is going to help other people that are new to the series in general just want to play the game because that's what they're seeing. Like a vet of the series and shit like that would see something totally different. Maybe they add co-op if the game does well, because I really think this should have been a co-op game. I don't understand why it's single player. Or, you know how Where Winds Meet has single player mode and then co-op mode? They should have did that. If a free game can do it, brother, you can do it. You can do it, baby. What are we talking about? Like, I want to play with my friends. I want to make my own SAO guild. That's the... That's the whole shit. Kirito didn't beat Aincrad on his own. He was in a guild. Slash that. He wasn't in a guild, but he had help from a guild. They were doing the floors. And then he helped do it at the end, but he still had help by Asuna. I'm pretty sure is her name, bro. You know what I mean? So why are we taking the single player route? This should have been some cool fucking leaderboard. It's not reaching its full potential. It's not reaching its full potential. But it is what it is. Here's my question. Will it have romance options? You're cooked. When you play a game and you can create your own custom character, do y'all play as yourself, like the same sex? Like, you play as a male if you're a guy, or a female if you're a female? Or do y'all swap? Do y'all like gender swap when you enter the game? Me personally, I cannot play as the opposite gender in the game. If I'm gonna play the game, I'm putting me in it. I literally make my character look like me in that realm. So if it's a magic realm, I make my character like the magical version of me in that realm. If it's a like gritty area, I make my character like the gritty me. You know what I mean? I just don't understand why you would do that. Maybe if you just only care about styles, or if it has sliders, because I know y'all gooned out. Bro, I've played PSO 2, Fantasy Star Online, whatever it is. I played that. Y'all be taking advantage of them sliders. I'm looking right at you. I know. I seen it. And that's the only reason I can see y'all playing the opposite gender. But other than that, I don't understand it. Why would you do that? I just can't take you seriously. Why are you, as a grown ass man, playing a female character, bro? I'm sorry. Unless you're playing a single player game, no co-op, and it's Bayonetta. If it's Resident Evil, like that, like you're playing, like the character is a female, and that's how the story's supposed to go, that's the only thing I can give you. Like Lara Croft, Bayonetta, Resident Evil, playing one of the like Ada, or like one of those characters. What else? What else has like Stellar Blade? What else has like female characters in it, bro? Like, that's good. Wu Chang, is that what it's called? The other Wu. What else? There's a bunch of good games that have female main protagonists, and there's one that's coming out. Oh, I can't wait for that shit. Ooh, that shit's so hard. That shit was so hard. But yeah, y'all let me know if y'all excited about this in the comment section down below. And y'all let me know if you play the members of the opposite sex when you play video games. And give me the reason why. I low-key want to understand y'all, because y'all be blowing me. Pause. I just want to understand y'all. And with that being said, y'all, this is the end of the video. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you didn't, I didn't ask. Peace.
Like the video and please subscribe. Like the video and like the video, please subscribe. Like the video, please subscribe. What? Like the video, please subscribe. Subscribe. Like the video, please subscribe. Like the video, please subscribe. Subscribe.